Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus again. I need to talk with you for a moment. I am here presently in the suburbs of St. Paul, Minnesota. You might know it as St. Paul and Minneapolis, the Twin Cities. And our governor here is Governor Dayton. You, in every state and in most cities, you have a police force. And wherever there's a police force, you got some cops on there that are very disrespectful for citizens and for what they call law. You always got some cops who will always be abusing. And who do they abuse? They abuse minorities. And when I say minorities, usually I'm talking about blacks and Latinos and others. And when you talk about whites, you have to call them poor white trash. That's what white people call them. Poor white trash and minorities. Now, when they do this, they want to investigate, and people complain, the victims complain, they want to do all their investigation internally so they can determine what really happened to the best of their ability and also solicit what they will give out to the public. In any event, they want to protect the police officers because these are the guys that they have to depend on to cover their backs. All right. This happens in every state and in most cities in each state. And so here in Minnesota, we have a new police chief here at Minneapolis, Minnesota. Minneapolis is always getting sued and having to settle out of court. And what is this about? This is about police officers that can't get reined in. And yet, these police officers stay on the force and keep on continuing doing the abuse that they do. Well, they got a new police chief. This is a woman. She's just been in office a very short period of time. But one of the things that she has determined would be necessary as far as bringing the police department and the public closer together is to make it more transparent. So her decision was to take these investigations out of the hands of the police department and put it in the hands of the BCA, the Bureau of Criminal Apprehension. Let someone else, even though they are in law enforcement, they are not directly so attached to any specific department, police department, the sheriff department, etc., etc. Now, the public looks at that and thinks that's a good move, a good gesture. But the police department doesn't, for all the obvious reasons. The union, the police union, doesn't, for all of the obvious reasons. But the governor doesn't agree with it as well. Now, it's not an obvious reason as it is with the police department, or is it? Is the governor aware of the true role of the police department? And it is not the citizen, but the property of those who are in that special group. Well, anyway, the governor came out against it. So what I think needs to be done, perhaps, is if this police chief decides that she wants to run for governor, I would rather have her than the man we got. Now, she wouldn't be the best governor, but she would indeed be better, according to just the image she put up there, would be different and so much better for the public than the current governor. But I know you people will never see that. Now, I just wanted to share that little bit of information with you. And the reason that I wanted to share it with you is because I wanted to highlight again, for those of you who are so asleep, the things that are happening around you that you will never know if someone like me wouldn't take the time and effort to come out and tell you. Even though on a mass level, I'm well aware that this will do no good. But if it helps one person, it does some good. You see, to do this vindicates me. It says to you that I am for you and not for the current system that is destroying you. It says to my soul that I'm bold enough, man enough to be whom I have been made to be. It says to me that I honor God. And I can't do any more than that. I can control this. But what you do, I can't control. That's in your hands. So having said that, I'll end it and say bye-bye for now.